Hello, so right now I'm entering the gate and the very first thing I notice is there are a lot of cars, like seriously ang dami. And for me, that's already a good sign. When you see this many people coming in, you know this place isn't just some random stop, it's somewhere people actually choose to visit. You can already tell this is a popular spot for families, groups, and even kids. And even though it's busy, it doesn't feel chaotic. The place feels open, calm, and welcoming. Parang pagpasok mo pa lang, ramdam mo na agad this is going to be a relaxed and meaningful experience. As I walk further inside, you will see the front desk right away. It's actually where everything starts. If it's your first time here, don't worry, the staff are very friendly and accommodating. They explain all the activities you can do and how the whole experience works, so you will know exactly what to expect even before you begin. What I like is that they let you choose your own pace, whether you want to try pottery making, painting, guided tours, or just walk around and enjoy the place. You are free to design your own experience here. What I appreciate is that they don't pressure you. You can mix and match activities depending on your time, budget, and energy. So whether you are here for a quick visit or a whole day experience, you are covered. Now let me tell you something important. This place is not just for kids. I know when people hear pottery, they immediately think it's just for children or school field trips. But honestly, adults will enjoy this just as much, maybe even more. You really start to feel the history of the place. Pampanga pottery has been part of Kapampangan life for centuries. Long before modern cookware, people here were already using clay pots for cooking, storing water, and daily living. These palayoks, bangas, and tapayans weren't decorative, they were essential. And what's amazing is that this tradition goes all the way back to pre-colonial times. Archaeological finds show that pottery already existed in this region as early as the 9th to 12th century. Imagine that, before electricity, before gas stoves, before modern kitchens, clay pots were already shaping everyday Filipino life. This town, Santo Tomas, is actually known as the pottery capital of the Philippines. For generations, families here worked in backyard pottery workshops. Skills were passed down naturally from parents to children. No formal classrooms, no manuals, just hands, clay, and experience. Now let's talk about one of the must-see areas here, the working pottery factory. As I approach the pottery area, you can actually see artisans at work, and this is not staged. This is real production. You will see clay being kneaded, shaped into the wheel, hand molded and prepared for kiln firing. Watching this honestly therapeutic. The spinning wheel, the steady hands, the focus, it's mesmerizing. You really start to appreciate how much skill and patience goes into making just one pot. This isn't just fast production. This isn't mass produced. Every piece takes time, experience, and care. But like many traditional crafts, Pampanga pottery faced serious challenges by the late 2010s. Demand decline, plastic containers, metal cookware, and mass-produced goods slowly replaced clay pots. Fewer young people wanted to continue the craft, and at one point, this tradition was at risk of disappearing. And this is where the story becomes inspiring. In 2020, Precious Gambao Garcia, a local entrepreneur who inherited her family's pottery legacy, decided to take action. She founded Pampanga Pottery and agreed to tourism park with a mission not just to sell pottery, but to preserve Filipino craftsmanship and support local artisans. What started as a simple backyard studio slowly grew into what we see today, an agritourism park that celebrates pottery as both heritage and art. Interestingly, before the pandemic, many people started gardening, and with that came a renewed appreciation for terracotta pots. Pampanga pottery benefited from this shift, proving that traditional crafts can still thrive when given the right platform. Now, let's talk about what you can actually do here, because this is where the experience becomes hands on. One of the main attractions is the pottery workshop. This is a must try, especially if it's your time. You sit at a pottery wheel, Get your own clay and an instructor guides you step by step. Don't worry if you've never done it before. Most people here are beginners anyway. And honestly, half the fun is making mistakes. Your path might end up crooked and even or completely different from what you imagine. But that's part of the experience. It's messy, it's fun, and it's surprisingly relaxing. If molding clay isn't your thing, there's also pottery painting. This one's perfect for kids, families, or anyone who just wants a chill activity. You choose a pre-made terracotta piece like figurines, coin banks, or small pots and paint it however you want. No pressure, no rules, and yes, you can take it home as a souvenir. Another must-see activity is the guided factory tour. This is where you really understand the process from start to finish. You will learn how clay is sourced, prepared, shaped, dried, and fired in the kiln. Seeing the kiln itself makes you appreciate the science and tradition behind pottery. And what's great is that this isn't just about watching. You can ask questions, interact with the artisans, and really learn where each piece comes from. But this place doesn't stop at pottery. As you walk around, you will notice the agritourism side of the park. There are gardens, open spaces, and farm animals like rabbits, ducks, and chickens. Kids love this part, but honestly, adults enjoy it too. It's refreshing to see greenery and animals, especially if you are coming from the city. There's also fishing here. If you want a slower pace, you can rent a rod and just enjoy a peaceful moment by the pond. No pressure, no noise, just you, the water, and a bit of patience. And yes, there are shaded picnic areas, spots to sit and rest, and even a cafe where you can grab snacks and drinks so you don't have to rush your visit. Before leaving, make sure you stop by the pottery showroom. This is another must see. Pots here are solid at factory prices and some are surprisingly affordable. From small planters to large decorative pieces, everything is handcrafted here. And when you buy something, it feels different. You're not just buying decor, you are supporting local artisans and helping preserve a tradition that's been around for centuries. What really stands out to me is the purpose of this place. Pampanga Pottery and Agritourism Park isn't just preserving the past, it's educating the present and inspiring the future. They welcome schools, students, and educational tours, hoping to spark interest in Filipino culture, sustainability, and craftsmanship. As I walked back toward to the exit, I realized that this wasn't just a casual visit, it was an experience. It was history, creativity, learning, and relaxation all in one place. So if you are looking for something different, something meaningful, hands-on, and truly Filipino, this is definitely worth adding to your list. This is Pampanga Pottery and Agritourism Park, where clay tells a story and tradition continues living. So this is what I was saying earlier about how they actually make pottery here, and now that I've seen it up close, it's even more interesting than I expected. Let me walk you through it step by step because watching it in person really makes you appreciate the craft. First, it all starts with the clay. The clay is prepared and kneaded thoroughly. Parang minamasa talaga siya. This step is important because it removes air bubbles and makes the clay smooth and workable. You can already tell here na hindi siya basta-basta ginagawa. There is patience involved even before shaping begins. After that, the clay is placed right at the center of the pottery wheel. This part looks easy, but actually it's not. Sandering the clay takes skill because it's even slightly off. The whole pot can end up uneven. Once the wheel starts spinning, the batter slowly shapes the clay using their hands, applying gentle pressure, lifting, widening, and forming the walls of the pot. What amazed me is how calm and focused the batters are. Every movement looks intentional, no rush, just steady hands and years of experience. Slowly, you see the clay transform from a simple lump into an actual pot. From there, the piece is left to dry before it goes through kiln firing, where it's hardened and strengthened. That's when it becomes durable and ready for everyday use. Seeing the whole process in person really makes you realize that pottery isn't just an activity, it's a form of art and meditation. It's very hands-on, very human, and very grounding. Honestly, it's such an interesting recreation. You are not just doing something fun, you are learning a skill that's been passed down for generations. Now, after all that crafting, let's talk about something completely different but just as relaxing. This right here is the pond area where you can actually go fishing. Yes, may fishing dito. And there are tilapia in the pond that you can catch yourself. It's such a nice change of pace from shaping clay to just sitting quietly by the water. Here's how it works. You rent a fishing rod, you fish for as long as you like, and whatever you catch, you buy by the kilo. So literal now you can catch it, you pay for it fresh talaga. And look at this earworms. Yes, actual worms. You really have to do this if you want to catch more fish. Medyo kadiri siya at first, not gonna lie, but it's all part of the experience. And honestly, once you get past that initial ew moment, it becomes kind of funny and memorable. This is whole area just feels so refreshing. You are surrounded by greenery, open space, fresh air, not loud city noise, no pressure, no rush, just nature. And I think that's what makes this place special. You're not just crafting and creating, you are also grounded. You are connected to nature while doing something with your hands. In a world where everything is fast, digital, and stressful, this place reminds you to slow down. You feel present whether you are molding clay, painting pottery, fishing by the pond, or just walking around. You are really there in the moment. As an outro, I just want to say this. Visiting Pampanga Pottery and Agritourism Park isn't just about trying activities, it's about experiencing culture, appreciating craftsmanship, and reconnecting with tradition, with nature, and even with yourself. So if you are looking for a place where you can learn something new, relax, and create memories that actually feel meaningful, this is definitely worth your time. And that wraps up my experience here. Thank you for coming with me, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye, guys.